I really want to know what kind of woman is allowed to speak, because I get people jumping into my comment section incredulous that a married woman is making content that is supportive of other women. So I need to know which women can talk. TK Hachi says they're mad when we take advice from single women. They're mad when we listen to divorced women. They're mad when we listen to our women elders who don't have a good history on paper because of the era they were living in. They're mad that we listen to married women because they don't have kids. Now they're married when we listen to women who are married and have kids. If you really can't do anything right in their eyes, what do they really want? Oh, right, for everything to stay exactly the same. Nah, we ain't doing that. And they listen to men who had failed relationships or had no relationships. So make that make sense. They simply do not want women to talk and create community. Like this person said, they don't want any women to talk. That's the point. They don't want us talking or listening. They just want us to follow the leaders, or the leaders being men. And Elizabeth says, Bourbon Bougie, I have 3 children. I love watching the birth rate drop. I love that the birth rate is plummeting to the ground. It needs to continue to plummet to Satan's pantry, because where we are living, the times that we're living, it is unsustainable and it's way too high. It's dangerous. Climate change is popping. The political climate is overwhelmingly toxic. What would be the reason to have children right now? And that is saying that as a married woman with 2 children. Why would any person with common sense have children right now if they had the choice to hold off for a little while? Allison says, exactly. There are games we can't win. It's rigged. And when we realize we can't win, we can at least say, I'm not playing them. Not playing as in pulling back and not playing the game. Because what we're really doing at this current iteration is feeding the patriarchy more wage slaves, because there are people that are literally just sitting on a pile of money. They're just people just sitting on a pile of money where the others are just grappling for the coins that are trickling down. And I still haven't gotten any good answers for why women should have babies right now. People are bringing it up that women just need to go out there and do their duty. It is your duty to have kids. But they have not said any reasons that would be logical, especially when women say, well, we're not making enough money, the costs are too high, there's not enough childcare. They still have not been able to say why women should have babies. Mean Cookie says women weren't meant to have sisterhoods. That's in history. Amber says, but the kicker is that men who have horrible relationship histories, multiple marriages, children by various women who pick and choose which children to acknowledge, and more, are always qualified to give advice on relationships and marriages. We have to respect and treat men as our authority figures, even if we don't know them and their advice is harmful. Their advice is terrible. It puts women in the, all you are is a bang made incubator. That reminds me of another man who was a failure at relationships, divorced, kind of on the fence about his, and he gave horrible, horrible advice and basically expired on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is coming up in a couple of days. So, in honor of the men that take advice from unmarried failures at relationships, we will be celebrating Cinco de Mayo in a couple of days. Catherine's said, if you can never win, might as well do whatever the heck you want. Area says this game is rigged, so no matter what, women get blamed for making the wrong choice. The only winning move for women is to not play and do the best you can to make a life for yourself that fulfills you. Absolutely. But then amigos for Aaron, and I don't know if this is a man or a woman, or if this person was being unironic or whatever, said none. Women and children should be seen but not heard. So basically, we are just relegated to furniture that, or an appliance that is useful when the man wants it. Little Red says, why do you tools come to a page where you are unwanted and add 0 to the discussion? Because they have no other people to talk to. That's why they are lonely and sad. lonely and sad, but their god daddy's celebration of going into the ground will be happening soon. So maybe that can make them smile.